So this is the way that I've modified Axel's cage. And this is a way that you can modify your cages without going out and buying like a new enclosure. If you have an elderly ferret that is less mobile and sort of struggles to go up and down all of the levels of their cage, you can see how the cage is quite big. You can see how it used to be if I stand like this. Nuh-uh-uh. Nuh-uh-uh. No. Excuse me. No. No. Nope, 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 nope. So that was the top, and then there was levels going down, and then obviously that was the bottom where the wheels are, and it used to stand up in that corner there. But in one of my other videos recently, as I said, Axel had a bit of a fall, and I didn't want that happening again. I didn't want that risk, so we put the cage on its side, on its back rather, and laid it down like this. And it has some pieces of wood under there to just raise it up off the floor, in a way that the cage wires are not bowing. And it has like a sheet of plastic under there as well between the pieces of wood, just to raise it up off the floor, because this is a basement room, and that the floor could get quite cold, or there could even be some damp under there. As you can see, I've taken all the levels out, so there used to be a floor here, a ladder, a floor, a ladder, a floor, like that. And then that bottom grate here was where the litter area used to be, so there was a hard plastic tray that would slot in there too. But that is now what I'm using as the door, so as he's out and about at the moment, that's where he comes out. So that's held in place, if you can see, by these two rods. So if I take these out, you can see how the door works like that. So that was a sliding tray on the bottom of the cage, but now it's a big sliding door. And obviously I'm using these sort of strong metal rods to hold that open when he wants to come out. So it'll go like so. It's kind of hard to post those through. And then that makes it sit like so he can get out. And it's got an entire thick cardboard base under that newspaper, so he's never walking on this sort of wire. And then over that big cardboard base, there's a thick layer of newspaper. And then we've got, starting from over here, if I just lift up these doors. So again, these were the doors that he used to sort of come out of in the front. And they had these locking mechanisms that would slide in like that, but it's not needed because he can't reach up and get out that way. So we've got his litter box in the corner there. It's right by the door, because I've found that that's always been the best place to have it. So as soon as they want to come out, they'll go to toilet and then come out. And got a puppy pad around it just in case. He's got a tunnel there with a little ball in he likes to lay in. He's got his water. And because this is designed to be for like an elderly ferret that just wants everything sort of close at hand, this has worked out quite well. So we've got the water there, and then like the food bowl in a very obvious sort of central location. He's got a couple of his little toys, the treat dispenser balls there, so I put some of his dry food in there, some healthy treats. and that gives him something to do when he's not out, but he is out a fair old bit of the time. I just leave that sort of open when I'm at home, and then he sort of just goes in this room. He's got a hammock there. It's not too high up for him to get into, and he's got some blankets in there and a little toy. And then he's got another cardboard box there, and if I sort of put this in, he's got he's got a nice comfy bed in there as well if he wants something a bit more private, and he'll get up and sit on top of that box as well. And when he's expecting to have his medication, he'll go and sit on that box, because I normally prepare it like over there. He has got on here, as you can see, his 2 CCTV cams. He's got one on that side and he's got one on that side, and these go straight to my phone, and they have motion alerts, so I can see what he's doing at any time, and I can see how long it's been since he's moved, or I can retrieve footage from what he's been doing when he's been moving around, because I get those notifications on my phone. So these cameras, they catch any angle, and they just need Wi-Fi. And also importantly, he's got his light here, so if the main lights are off, but we still need to give him some light if it's still daytime, so that one can stay on without the entire room being lit up, and it just still illuminates his whole enclosure and lets him know that it's still daytime, because we want to allow them to regulate their circadian rhythms by seeing when it's a night if it's dark, and when it's daytime if it's light. So the lighting is important to keep for them. So this is about a week or so since I filmed that last segment, and I've just changed things up very slightly. I've just got him a bigger box with a bed in for there, and then put the hammock that way, and he is now using his enrichment puzzles and everything again. So that is it for how his cage is modified. I think it's a really good idea to sort of save you buying an extra enclosure or something like that, and it's been really, it's worked out really well for us. So if you have an older ferret that struggles a bit with their mobility, getting up and down a taller enclosure, this is a really good idea, and it works out really spacious as well. I do like the amount of open space that it gives him, so that's quite nice. He's had no problems with it and seems to be getting on fine. Thanks for watching.